Welcome to the XFO Intelligence Podcast. Today, we'll be exploring the latest article by our founder, Brendan S.C. Wong, titled The Architecture of Advantage: How Elite Capital Allocators Are Building Cognitive Infrastructure for the Age of Complexity. Let's dive straight in. We're facing a crisis that few are naming. We're drowning in intelligence and starving for judgment. Across family offices, institutional allocators, and corporate boards, despite the unprecedented flow of data, analytical tools, AI dashboards, and real-time market telemetry, decision makers feel less sure than ever. This isn't a technology or information problem. It's a cognitive architecture problem. It's become the greatest source of unquantified risk in global capital allocation. While we talk about measurable phenomena like global liquidity fragmentation, passive betas decline, and the rise of crypto fiat synthesis, what's more dangerous is the invisible fracture, the bifurcation of human decision-making capability in this age of artificial complexity. Thriving won't depend on having the best data, but on having resilient cognitive infrastructure. Many believe AI augments decision-making, but that assumption, Brendan explains, is catastrophically wrong. AI amplifies the structural integrity or fragility of the cognitive framework it's placed in. If biases and blind spots are baked into the decision-making architecture, AI will scale those flaws. This has spawned the phenomenon of synthetic conviction, where judgment gets outsourced to algorithms, leading to sophisticated but incoherent decisions. The real question isn't just how we deploy AI for better outcomes, it's how we build human cognitive structures that define what better means. Brendan has identified that the most resilient families and institutions don't outperform because of more information or aggressive risk-taking. Their success lies in internal coherence, alignment between values, risk heuristics, timelines, and decision-making under stress. The biggest failures result from cognitive dissonance at the architectural level. This insight led him to develop Deep Augmented Thinking, DAT. DAT is a methodology for mapping and engineering how entities think. The core tool is the Cognitive Codex, a dynamic architecture capturing a decision-making DNA across heuristic topology, value lattice work, temporal coherence, and stress response architecture. Brendan highlights 4 strategic imperatives where cognitive architecture is critical. First, the governance of innovation. Families often clash over legacy preservation versus radical innovation. Instead of superficial compromises, the cognitive architecture approach examines a family's wealth creation principles and asks how those patterns can evolve through new technologies. Second, algorithmic governance. Succession is more than a financial event, it's emotional. With a robust cognitive codex, strategic pivots can be stress-tested against cognitive architecture, shifting discussion from power struggles to coherence checks. Third, the AI ethics imperative. AI optimizes for given metrics, but without a codified cognitive architecture, it can breach an organization's deeper values. The codex acts as ethical middleware, ensuring AI-driven actions align with fundamental principles. Finally, the detection of ghost risk. Leaders in feedback-poor environments face drift. They make decisions that misalign with strategy due to cognitive fatigue. A cognitive codex offers continuous audits of decision-making coherence. We're entering an era of complexity outstripping unaugmented human capability. Organizations will thrive not by having the most data, but by investing in the most crucial infrastructure, the architecture of their thinking. We invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the XFO Intelligence Podcast channel. We'd love to hear from you. Email us at xfointelligence@gmail.com with your feedback. If you're interested in implementing the strategy discussed or want to know more about Cognitive Codex, get in touch. Disclaimer: this podcast provides general information and is not financial or investment advice. Consult a professional before making any investment decisions. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time on the XFO Intelligence Podcast.